You have freedom of expression, but all of your charter rights are subject to reasonable limitations. That means when it comes to things like weighing public good over private rights, we're probably looking at public good because we can put people in jail, right? Doesn't sound like in accordance with your charter rights to me. Section 7 says you have the right to life, liberty, and security of the person. That means I can't just lock you up, but I can. So how does that work? It works because we have these exceptions to say, yes, you have rights, but those rights are subject to what is justified in a free and democratic society. So in a free and democratic society, we don't want murderers running around axing people's heads off. We think it's okay to put those people in jail. We're all pretty okay with that. I'm going to bring us now back to our charter rights in section 33, which also provide for limitations on charter rights. Also, the Alberta government is giving us a lot of fun examples of use of it these days. And so raise your hand if you heard about Bill 9. That one's a little bit more. That one was the limitations on the transgender surgery rights. No? Okay. Interesting. I'll have to do a current events at the beginning of the classes. What's an example you guys would know? The teacher strike? Were we familiar with the teacher strike? Yay. Okay. So we had in the last several months when school started, the teachers went on strike. We then all heard that they got ordered back to work. They ordered them to go back to work and they invoked the Notwithstanding clause. What the Notwithstanding clause is, let's start there. Section 33 of the Charter, similar to Section 1 of the Charter. So Section 1 says your rights are subject to reasonable limits. Section 33 says in Parliament or legislators can create a law and enforce it even though it violates your charter rights. For future law school attendees, every time you hear notwithstanding, you think even though. So the law will be enforceable notwithstanding, even though it violates the charter rights. That the teachers have to go back to work notwithstanding that this violates their charter rights. So the charter rights that were the exception there were the rights to a peaceful protest. How do we feel about that? Do we think that's the appropriate use of the notwithstanding clause? Anybody with relatives or people close to them that are teachers in the room? Anybody with relatives or people close to them that are teachers in the room? How do the teachers feel about that? Yeah? Not good, no. When we are thinking about our rights and we think politically, if you are a conservative government, which right now we have a right-wing conservative government, does that mean you want more individual freedom or more centralized decision-making? You want more individual freedoms. Okay. So if I make a law that says, hey, family with a transgender child, you can't make your child's medical care decisions right now. Is that more individual freedom or more centralized power? That's more centralized power.